late President Buhari before his death. Farooq Kperogi, now talk this one. So I'm not going to read further. A lot of revelation is right there. So if they want to hold anybody, better go look for Ubi Farooq, or better fact go cash Sahara reporter first. They'll provide the Farooq and all that. We are living in a dictatorial government right now. It's very, very unfortunate. Anything you say, they try to chase you, to truncate your speech, to take freedom of expression, freedom of speech away from you. So yeah, but they say, Madam, don't divorce a pa before he die. Tell. But nevertheless, I thought I should bring that one to your screen. For those of you that want to read later on, you can see right on the screen. You can screenshot or pause your TV or your gadget to read on your own later on. But meanwhile, that's all I have for you guys today. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you very much for your time with us today. We're going to start talking right now. For those of you that want to call into the show, this is the best time for you to do so. Any call that comes in now, I'll just take it. If not, I will move on with anybody that is on the panel, or end the show and have some time for myself as usual. Madam Deborah, it's good to have you on the show. Thank you very much, man. God bless you. Please talk to us.
Hello, good evening, Mr. Elvis.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Good evening to everyone, all our viewers all over the world. You're welcome to today's broadcast. Let me just start by commenting on the last video about Aisha Buhari. You see, it's unfortunate that most of the things that they did is secret. These people, a lot of things that transpired in the last years of Buhari, a lot of things are beginning to come to light now. Even the Aisha Buhari, she's still a partaker of everything. She knows everything that happened. It's now people are beginning to put the puzzles together. But you see, these are all the things that Nnamdi Kanu saw so many years back when he was broadcasting that these things are happening right now. A lot of people did not pay attention, unfortunately. But it's now that the damage has been done, that's when people are beginning to see that, a lot of the things that Nnamdi Kanu said were true. And you can now understand why they came after him, because it seems that he was revealing all their secrets. And they had to, catch him and keep him somewhere. But you see, you can never hide truth. No matter how long it takes, truth will always come out one way or the other. You see, the truth is always stubborn. But the only issue is that sometimes before the truth comes out, a lot of damages, might have been done. That they were able to get away with all these things for 6 or 7 years, 6 years, and nothing happened just because they want to stay in power. And himself is part of all the conspiracy. It was part of everything that happened, just so that he will become president in this 2023 election. It's so unfortunate that a whole country like Nigeria would be subject to a few people can hold a big country like Nigeria hostage, and they are allowed to get away with it. We are in big trouble. But unfortunately now, the same thing that Tinubu supported, I think is gradually now working against him, because the damage has been done. Can you imagine now? There will be things will be happening in a state. A state governor is even helpless. A state governor cannot even secure his own people. This is because these Fulani people have already centralized power. They can be buying your people in a state, and the governor will have to seek permission from Abuja before he can protect his own people. This is how much power that these people have centralized. They centralize the security, centralize everything, so that they can be the ones to control it. And Buhari succeeded, the late Buhari succeeded in doing all of this. And unfortunately, most of our leaders fold their hands. Even Tinubu himself was quiet, and he allowed all those things to happen. It's really sad, the current situation of things. But there's one thing I observe. I don't know if that is true. Mr. Elvis, do you not think that Tinubu is trying to truncate the full agenda by their coming against him?
How?
I suspect that one of the reasons why they want him out is partially because he's going against, because I know these Fulani people, they always want somebody they can control. They want somebody that that will be subject to what they want, somebody they can easily control.
But
And I don't think that
if Tinubu was treating Nigerians well and dealing with these Fulani, whoever they are, obviously Nigerians will support him to deal with them. But at the moment, now everybody they collect woto. We are not even sure who Tinubu is punishing because everybody's collecting. Nothing is working in the country. So at the moment, if they want Tinubu in, which normally you and I are supposed to kick against that, say no, you cannot want him in because he's doing the right thing. But how do we finger up, trust what Tinubu is doing right now? Then how? I don't know what he's doing right.
I'm not speaking for Tinubu, and I'm not a supporter.
No, I know you are not a supporter, but you are saying that he's fighting these satanic Fulani people, right? The Kabas.
Yes, because rather. I know how they operate, and I've seen how so much power that they have accumulated in the last 8 years, that they became so powerful, and it's almost like every other person in Nigeria has to go by what they want. This is how much power that they have accumulated, and for them to be hitting back at Tinubu like that, especially like El Rufai and the rest of them.
Obviously, because they are not benefiting from his government. Yes.
Yes, and think, in my own opinion, I might be wrong, but I feel that in order to see, because if you want to remove somebody, you want to truncate somebody who has had a lot of power. These people I mean, every aspect of Nigeria, they are the ones in control. So I'm suspecting that Tinubu, it's not going to be easy for him. I'm not an advocate for Tinubu, but I'm just looking at the picture of what is going on. So for him to be able to cut down the feathers of these Fulani people and be able to take them off from some of their powers, it will involve him, doing some extraordinary things as well. Maybe able to get the judiciary on his side and able to remove some people and put in some people. It's not an easy thing for something that they have done over the years, to accumulate this kind of power, to make all the state governors powerless. It's like, I feel that it's not something that is going to be easy, and that's the part that I'm looking at, because I have seen the disaster that these Fulani people have been able to do in Nigeria, and it will only take somebody that can match them energy to energy to be able to truncate them.
We are saying almost the same thing. If Tinubu was matching them energy to energy, which I'm happy about, but why can't we, the Nigerians, benefit from his government, feel the impact that we have a president? So that the way these people are trying to fight him now to remove him, then we'll be fighting that no, he's going nowhere. But the way it looks like now, we are not even sure. Everybody wants Tinubu to go because everybody is
Mr. Elvis, something. I'm just trying to be the advocate here. I'm not. I like to look at things to be fair in my assessment. And for example, if something has been very, very bad, like for instance, if somebody comes to the hospital and his condition is already very, very critical, you don't expect that person to recover overnight, and it has to be a gradual process. Let me tell you one thing that you need to understand. The damage that this late so-called Buhari did to Nigeria in the last few years, how how all of a sudden the Fulani became so powerful. I don't think it's something that anybody would just be able to clean off.
Madam Deborah, please. I understand where you are coming from. That yes, nobody expects Tinubu to cure the situation of Nigeria overnight. But with the amount Tinubu have borrowed, is than Fulani people now still cause that one? Tinubu went to buy. Hold on. Tinubu went to buy yacht. Now Fulani people now cause that one go buy yacht. They build a house for Shetima. Now Fulani S-men now cause that one. They went to build the recent 30-something billion that they would use in building or whatever Wike went to build and name Tinubu. What is it called again? Now Fulani S-men caused that one. The coastal road that they are spending billions on, which doesn't have any impact on Nigerians currently. Now Fulani S-men caused that. So somebody that is not ready to change something, you will see them immediately. You see them, you recognize them. So if Tinubu was minimizing and cutting the cost of governance and dealing with these people that have destroyed Nigeria, then you and I will be saying, okay, he's ready. Tinubu himself doesn't look like someone that is ready to fix anything.
No, he's not. He's not showing, and so, that is the problem.
So we can't be blaming these people.
He's not really that is his own fault too. He's not really doing what he's supposed to do to make the people feel the impact of governance. That's why he's not getting the support of the people, which I understand. But the truth is that if, except if they give, but for some reason, if Peter Obi is able to get the presidential bid, it's only somebody like Peter Obi that I think if he comes in, they will find it difficult. And I'm sure that's equally the reason why they are not keen to give. They are not keen to support Peter Obi. But let me tell you for free, these Fulani people, they will only support somebody that they know they can control, or somebody that is going to continue their agenda. Any other, for someone that is not going to do that, they will be reluctant in supporting that person.
Thank you, ma'am.
So that's my take on that. Thank you so much, Mr. Elvin.
Thank you, Madam
Thank
Deborah.
you for your good work.
Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate you. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, let me take another call quickly. We have Tony Africa here with us. Tony Africa, are you there? I can't even see your call anymore. Okay, Tony Africa, can you hear me, sir? Thank you. Good evening to you.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, talk to us.
Thank you very much, sir. So please, I want to say that I'm very sorry for the families and the people of that particular village or town where they kill people today. I'm very sorry. The country is just too. It is unbelievable what is happening there, sir. So yes, sir. So thank you very much, sir. And then I greet to you, sir, and your mommy,
Thank you. Thank you,
and your babies. So now, yes, sir. So I want to see, I just want to say something about what Deborah, Madam Deborah was trying to say. Only that she didn't know how to table it, but I quite agreed with her. So what Tinubu is, is faced right now is just like two elephants are fighting. Because according to you, we are all suffering now. We are the grass that have to suffer. But meanwhile, Tinubu is indirectly or unwillingly, addressing the fundamental, the root causes of our problem, the basic problem of our problem, the base. Now they're in the tackle right now. Taking the power out, the power that is the kind of cog in our wheel of progress. That is what Madam Deborah was trying to point out there. You know what I'm saying? So then that one now lead me to this Aisha Buhari, something which I've been preaching here for the past 3 years about there. So this whole thing, last time when I appeared on your show, I said that they should come out clean. They should come out clean. Not say that they just died now. That Aisha Buhari got, impregnated. Some people will still argue with me, even in another platform again, another sister platform. I was telling them, this woman went to Dubai and spent 4 years. A Muslim wife will leave her husband, and go to another country. That is totally unheard of in the history of these Islamic people. Then people are still arguing. Nnamdi Kanu was right. in most of the things that is said, and they are coming to pass. Look at, I just learned that anybody right now is, in hell, they are under hellfire. The whole Benin play everywhere. Oromo local government too. These people, they are still killing us here. So we don't know what we are going to do about this. So the country is gone. So what can they say that they should come out clean? They should, and they look at, look, I have a question for you. Have you listened to Galadima's recent interview?
Yes, I will play it yesterday.
Yeah, you can see, you can just imagine. So that one just can put everything to light of what I've been telling you guys here. That is not versus south. You see how it all started, how they try to, to topple Obasanjo's government, where the start of this Sharia or something, you can see that we're not going nowhere. So look, I'm not a hater of anybody. When I've been recommending that we should fight to divide the country, a lot of people counter me. I have a lot of the past shows here, recordings. Look, these people, they had a plan. And then apart from reading BC Ogubado's, BC Ogubadejo's, papers, history, Nigerian history, right from childhood, right from time I was 13 years old, I started to read that guys as a teenager. I mean, I know that these two countries, so these are two countries. We can live together as a fellow African neighbor. No other way to do. So the Tinubu now is pouring pepper in their face. You know what I'm saying? I never see outside people cry before. So this is the best time. So I just hope that he can use that his destruction attitude, make it take divide the country. Not the only way we look for that. Make we look for how to save Edo or Edo and you do the one for me to come out together, sir. That's the only thing, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Tony. God bless you, sir. Thank you.
God bless you. Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Let me see. Why are you calling me with group call? This person, get out. Some of you, that's how you do. You be calling me with a video call. You have other people on a group call. You are calling me in a live broadcast. Common sense we don't have sometimes. And so that idiotic element calling me most of them always do that, calling me with a video call on a live broadcast. Now, don't get sense. Somebody you talk to now, I don't understand. All right, I appreciate every one of you right there. I would like to quickly say this. Let me quickly say this. Even you and I know, normally, the way the Northerners are fighting Tinubu now, normally, you and I don't supposed to accept it. If we have to look at it holistically, we're not supposed to accept them. We're supposed to join Tinubu. They fight these people. It's just like almost similar thing that when Satanic Oshomole were forcing that Obaseki must be out in second term. All at do light, both home and abroad, they supported Obaseki to stay. But if you check her now, is Tinubu really doing anything right at this moment? I will want to know any way they fight her internally now. Because Tinubu is fighting all of us. We don't have freedom of speech anymore in Nigeria. If you talk, you're in trouble. No food, no security, no light. Nothing is working. So it now looks like the enemy within that we already know they are enemies is like Nigerians are happy. Maybe the Kukuma airports beat and come off for there. That's the situation right now. The cost of governance, this man could not cut it. Then we should be blaming the Northerners or the Fulani people, say that they or they worry Tinubu. It's impossible now. He's not doing anything right. Even you and I know that he ringed himself to become a president of Federal Republic of Nigeria. But if he was doing the right thing, do you think many will still remember that he ringed himself? A lot of people would have just been rejoicing. Thank God say this man ring himself in, or at least he's doing what is right. But tell me what Tinubu is doing right, because sometimes all these satanic, ethnic bigots, they might come out now and say, you hate Tinubu, because when you're speaking on what is affecting in the country, people think you're speaking with hate. Why should I hate anybody? Nothing is working. So whoever fighting him internally, if you let's say they go fight and wait for us, because nothing is working. Peter Obi said it the other day on Arise TV that Jonathan's government, Yaradua government, plus Buhari government, they borrow about 80 trillion naira in these three administration. About 80 trillion naira. Tinubu, just 2 years in office, have borrowed over 180 trillion naira. 2 years. His 2 years have surpassed Yaradua's government, Goodluck Jonathan's government, and Buhari's government. Should we not be blaming the people fighting him internally now? Let's get this straight now. Eh? I'd like us to start talking on the panel. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all. God bless you. Press on the like and help us to share. Let's hear from others. Black Panther, it's good to have you on the show, my brother. Please talk to us. Good evening to you.
Thank you very much. Can you move to the other person?
Okay, all right. Madam Patricia, it's good to have you on the show. Thank you very much, ma. Please talk to us. Madam Patricia, are you there?
I'm here, but I will not be long then. Anyway, good evening.
Are you busy? If you are busy, that's fine. Good evening, ma.
I'm busy, so if you can.
Okay. Okay, let me come back to both of you.
Thank you.
All right, that's fine. Thank you very much, my people. I'm just ending the show right now because I cannot wait for this. Thank you so much, guys. Press on the like and help us to share. Now, God bless you. Now, we'll be coming back again tomorrow, 7 p.m. so that we'll continue to talk about the things that's affecting you and I. But before that, I would like to play this video for you guys here because I have a video concerning this. Because Tony Africa mentioned this, I'd like us to listen to what Mr. Charles Akpoti have to say concerning Buba Galadima.
By my age, I am an elder statesman, and by educational qualification, I am an elite in Nigeria. From where I come, I'm an honorable man from the Niger Delta. One way or the other, we have contributed to the wealth of Nigeria. That's a lot of parasites whose communities have not produced anything to the wealth of Nigeria are enjoying and gallivanting all over the place. And by any status, I have a right to air my opinions about my country. I grew up with a slogan, to keep Nigeria one is a task that must be done. I went to a federal government college. I schooled with people from all parts of Nigeria. I went to a government college with people from all parts of Nigeria. I did national youth service in the eastern part of the country. And I have come to believe in Nigeria because I owe a lot to my wonderful country. But I was amazed, amused, and sickened by the interview granted by Buba Galadima on one of our TV stations. That himself and a group of northern elites gathered somewhere in the north to bring Buhari into power to checkmate the Odua People's Congress that was having a field day in Yoruba land, that they were afraid that Odua's People's Congress would take over Ilorin from the Fulanis. What are you saying, sir? I used to respect you a lot, but I'm disappointed in the statements that you made. And I know you to be a very truthful person, so you are saying the truth. For you northern elites who killed Igbos, massacred them, and practiced genocide, starved them, to say that you brought Buhari into power because of a parochial fear of Ilorin not to be taken over by Odua's People's Congress. It's a very shameful and disgusting statement. Odua's People's Conference, Odua's People Conference, OPC, was not a military organization. They did not have an army. They were not trying to secede. They were just trying to enforce security and do some things to promote Yoruba interests. How did that translate to bringing Buhari into power? How did that translate into checkmating Obasanjo? And then the consequences of Buhari's reign for 8 years and the effect in the north. Can you now therefore say that you are responsible for the problems in the north? Would it be logical to say that you, the northern elite, don't reason well before you act? Just like Lalong and Najatu Mohammed started vomiting trash on national television over the death of unfortunate death of how many people in Uromi, and you have not uttered anything concerning the massacre in Benue State and in Plateau State. Can it be logically concluded that the same way you brought in Muhammadu Buhari because of fear of Ilorin being taken over by Yorubas, that you also brought in Fulani terrorists and bandits from the whole of Africa into Nigeria just to remove Goodluck Jonathan? Because from the way you are speaking, you and I remember El Rufai in particular when he said that they brought in some of these fellows into Nigeria. Can it be logically concluded that you, the northern elites, particularly the Fulani elites, that you are not patriots, that you are tribal bigots, and that you have only the Fulani interest at heart, and that you can be charged for treason from the way you people are talking, and that if the Igbos say they don't want to stay in Nigeria, that they have a logical reason to insist that they should have their own republic, because you have proven that you are not nationalists. Could it be logically concluded that you hate Yoruba people and that people like Igbo who wanted a Yoruba nation could be more reasonable than you? I'm always amazed at the way the northern elites reason. They don't think long term. They only think short term, most times. And so you brought in Fulani bandits and they are ravaging the north. They are destroying everything. And anytime an issue is raised up, either restructuring, resource control, or whatever, you just say, we will go to war. Do you really believe in one Nigeria? Or you are an irrational bunch of old men? Somebody like Gumi will just come out and make outrageous statements. There was one time somebody came out and made an outrageous statement that Goodluck Jonathan was practicing ethnic cleansing because he was dealing with Boko Haram. Are you people really serious about this nation called Nigeria? or you are more interested in your personal interests, your Fulanization policy? Do you really believe in the North? If you believe in the North, Buba Galadima, what have you said concerning the massacres in Plateau State, the massacres in Benue State? Are you really Nigerians? Are you patriots? If every elder should talk the way you people talk, do you think this country can stay for 6 months? It's shameful. It's a shameful thing that you brought Buhari because of Ilorin. Let me ask you a simple question. How many businesses in Ilorin are controlled by you, by the Fulanis? You control the throne. Fine. How many of the petrol you drive there, you might have some petrol stations owned by Fulanis, but you import the fuel. How many industries do you have there that are owned by Fulanis? It is not to be an emir of Fulani of this and occupy federal offices. We are still a backward nation. And the northern part of Nigeria has the worst indices of development. But you are saying Fulani, Arewa, Arewa. You are hypocritical and deceptive. Very hypocritical and deceptive. And dangerous to your own people. Look at the poor. Buhari had to run from Daura to go and live in Kaduna before he died because of insecurity. Your traditional rulers were kidnapped in Daura, major generals kidnapped. When would you northern elite see the need for the development of Nigeria as a priority instead of your clannish, tribal bigotry and personal aggrandizement? All your criticism of Tinubu and the rest people, could it be because you are not benefiting from the government? After all, your daughter was working for one of them. I'm disappointed in people like you who are older than I am. I'm 66, you are older than I am, but you are the problems of this country. You are the problems of this country, and you have benefited so much from this country. I want to speak to the northern youths. You must remove your brains. You must go a little bit higher from these your deceptive, wicked leaders that use the name of Islam and use the name of Arewa to personally benefit themselves and then impoverish you. There's so much poverty in the north, so much disease, so much underdevelopment. Look at Daura. Daura is still a dusty, dirty town. Dusty, dirty, insecure town. You brought in Buhari because of Yoruba people in Ilorin. How much does Ilorin contribute to the Nigerian economy? In every aspect, politics, sports, entertainment, educational. How much does Ilorin contribute that made you to bring Buhari to set us back 80 years? I'm ashamed, sir. I'm disappointed. Elders should not behave the way you people behave in the north, gathered together. And I want to talk about the naivety of southern leaders. In as much as these are northern brethren, some of them behave in a way that I lack the proper words to describe. You people should be more articulate instead of fighting each other. You should be more articulate, should be more responsible towards each other and our region. And I want to speak to people like me who still believe in the unity of this nation, that you must raise your voices against people like them, Buba Galadima, who come on national television and talk trash and pose as if they are reasonable people and national leaders. Buba Galadima, I'm disappointed in you that you had only the interest of Fulani leadership in Ilorin that made you to bring Buhari. Did you ever think of other development indices that are lacking in the north? Power supply, good health care, out of children's school, insecurity, unemployment. And did you ever think of a competent leader that you will have put up to contest against Obasanjo or Goodluck Jonathan so that the whole of Nigeria can develop? That your interview is disgusting. It is irritating. And I am offended that in the 21st century, you are still thinking like this. And sometimes, I'll restrain myself from not saying what I want to say. But I remain Dr. Charles Apoki, and I love this country. I love the unity of this country because Nigeria has done a lot for me. But people like you are a problem that God bless you.
The who is who in Nigerian politics were in Daura yesterday for the final rites of Muhammadu Buhari, the former president. As you can see from Atiku Abubakar's face, he was so stressed out from the running around. This is not in any way trying to mock or throw a jab at Atiku Abubakar, no. It's a natural process. Everyone must age. The only time a problem arises is when someone at his age, someone that is up to 78 years, tries to do the job of a 50-year-old. You don't expect someone at his age to run a marathon, no. Marathon is meant for young people in their teens, in their 20s, 30s, and maybe 40s. So if you truly care about Nigeria, if you're not an accidental lover of Nigeria, you're not an accidental patriot, you must care about the people you want to vote to take charge of Nigeria, yes. If you truly care about Nigeria, you must investigate. You must try to find out what they are going to do. Are they fit enough for the office? Are they capable of running around, being to 3 places in Nigeria in the same day? Are they capable of doing that? These are the things genuine patriots should ask. Think of it like you are as rich as Dangote and you want to hire someone to be the CEO of one of Dangote's companies. So how are you going to hire the person? What will qualify that person? Are you going to hire someone that is too old? Or are you going to hire someone that is young, that can wake up at 5 a.m. and work till 6 p.m. every day, that will be ready to do anything to give his 100% for the company to survive? So these are the issues. If you are truly a genuine patriot, you must make sure that you choose the right person. Remember, Nigerians already made mistake in 2015. Yes, Nigerians voted a 72-year-old Muhammadu Buhari at the time, and he spent nearly 2 years out of his 8-year tenure in hospital. Yes, if you calculate all the days he was absent, he was taking care of his health in foreign hospitals, it might be up to 2 years or more. So you can imagine, those lost 2 years, he should have spent it to solve all the problems Nigerians were facing at the time, but he wasn't even there. He was fighting for his own life. So Nigerians made that mistake in 2015, and in 2023, many still voted for someone above 70 years old. And the past 2 years he's been in power, he has visited foreign hospitals several times, uncountable times. In fact, these days, he no longer announces it. The other time he visited St. Lucia, saying he was going on holiday. From there he will go to Brazil for the BRICS summit, and the BRICS summit ended, he disappeared for 5 days before reappearing in Nigeria. So where did he go? Maybe he took a trip to another hospital. So all the time they waste visiting hospitals, taking care of their health, is the time they should have used to solve all the numerous problems Nigerians are facing. So who is losing? Who is not getting his money's worth? Obviously, Nigerians are at the receiving end, while the old men they continue to elect to offices see the presidency as a health insurance. Yes, all the thousands or millions of dollars they spend in estacodes taking care of themselves in foreign hospitals, Nigerians pay for them. These are not even budgeted. They just dip their hands and take money without accounting for it. The president must survive. He must be alive to govern. So if the hospital bills them $2 million, Nigerians will pay for it. So you can see the time they are supposed to spend in solving our problems, they spend it in foreign hospitals. not even in Nigeria, because they are supposed to build hospitals that can compete with foreign ones so that all that foreign exchange will remain in Nigeria. But no, they don't even trust the country they preside over, not to talk of their numerous aides. They don't trust the ministers, they don't trust the security agencies, they don't trust their bodyguards. So if they don't trust people around them, how are they going to trust doctors and other medical practitioners who are supposed to take care of them in Nigeria? So these are the issues. If you genuinely love this country, if you genuinely feel that this country must work for everyone, that anyone, so far as the person is a Nigerian, from any ethnicity, from anywhere at all, that the person, once he's qualified for a job, should get that job based on merit, that he should not wait for any connection before getting a job that he's not qualified for. So if you believe that this should happen in Nigeria going forward, you should make sure you choose the right people in elections. Let's even assume that majority of the people supporting Atiku Abubakar today in the north, that they are doing it because they want power to return to the north. Why can't they support a young person? Yes, no matter how intelligent and smart someone is, age must hinder that person's capacity to deliver the job. Yes. Look at what happened yesterday in Plateau State. 27 farmers were massacred for no reason. No one visited them to console them. Not that they used to visit them in the first place, but majority of them were in Daura for Buhari's event. So how do you believe that someone who will be 81 years old in 2027, that the person will have time to traverse the numerous corners in Nigeria, all the violent spots, to reassure Nigerians that he's in charge, that they will not face massacre, intimidation, any sort of violence? It's not an easy job for an elderly person. This is a job for a young person. Even someone above 60 is already passing the age for the job, because the job needs energy, not someone who you elect and he will just appoint ministers and aides and be traveling around the world, visiting foreign hospitals, taking care of his health. He will be seeing himself as a king. I've been elected, I'm in charge, and I can control the country from a hospital bed. This is why Nigeria is not working. And once voters continue to vote the same way, continue to make the same mistake, you made the first mistake in 2015, repeated in 2019, and did another one in 2023, at this stage it's no longer a mistake. And it tells more about you, more than the person you are electing. Yes, because you can't continue doing the same thing and expecting a different result. No, it means it is your way of life, because it's tolerable and pardonable that you made a mistake once, maybe a second time, but the third time, no, it is now a way of life. Now, Atiku Abubakar has resigned from PDP. This will be the third time he's resigning from the PDP. By the way, he's among the founding fathers of PDP in 1998. But he resigned in 2007 in order to contest the presidential election against Yar'Adua. He lost that election, obviously, and he came back to PDP under Goodluck Jonathan's administration. In 2015, he insisted he must contest. He told Goodluck Jonathan point blank that he shouldn't contest, that power should go back to the north. Because of that, he joined the APC, expecting to win the presidential primaries, but Buhari won, followed by Kwankwaso and then Atiku Abubakar. He stayed in APC for about a year or two and went back to PDP. He contested the 2019 presidential election. Of course, he lost, and he has been in PDP all that time. But now he has tendered his resignation once more for the third time because he's moving to ADC, where he hopes to contest the presidential election in 2027. The reason Atiku Abubakar resigned from PDP is very clear. This is the first time in his political career that he is not able to commandeer the entire party structure and members to support him. Yes, he has lost control of PDP. Nearly all the governors in PDP, including the one from his state, Adamawa, they are against the candidacy of Atiku Abubakar. In fact, many are openly declaring support for Tinubu instead of Atiku Abubakar, who is a member of their party. So it is that bad for Atiku Abubakar. It is no longer about money or dollars, buying delegates, no. They have decided not to work for him in 2027. That's the reason for the coalition in the first place, yes. But remember that PDP still has 10 governors. They haven't decamped, they are still in PDP, but they are not members of the coalition. They refuse to join. They continue to insist that PDP has the capacity to play the role of opposition, that if they anoint a candidate, that candidate stands a chance to face Tinubu and APC in 2027. So despite the fact that many party structures in many states in the north are decamping en masse to ADC, many states where the PDP governors control, they've not done that. They are still watching events bidding their time. But what is still obvious is that they are not going to support Atiku Abubakar. Because if they were going to support him, they wouldn't have allowed him to leave PDP in the first place to go and form a coalition in ADC. If the situation remains the same by 2027, and if Atiku Abubakar wins the presidential ticket of the ADC, that means he will be contesting the presidential election in 2027 on a platform that doesn't have any governor, unless they will decamp in future. But right now, it is looking bleak for Atiku Abubakar. This is because if they truly want to unite the entire opposition against APC in 2027, why is PDP and their 10 governors not part of the coalition? Yes, we know that PDP is losing relevance as the day goes by. Even some of their governors are jumping ship and decamping to APC, but they can still contribute even if it's 1 million votes to the coalition in 2027. That is obviously better than nothing. And also, why is someone like Kwankwaso not part of the coalition? So if you look critically at the whole thing, you will see that the reason they are not part of the coalition is because of one man. They are afraid that that man might hijack the presidential ticket of the coalition party. They don't want that to happen again like it happened in 2023. So for all the people supporting Atiku Abubakar for one reason or the other, know one thing: if you vote in an elderly man in 2027 and he wins the election, he will spend most of his time in foreign hospitals taking care of his health. Just like the other two before him, he will do the same thing because age is universal. If the man is old already, his health must be failing. That's the reality. So don't come back and start crying after 2027 like many are crying today, saying this wasn't what they thought would happen. If you vote in an elderly man, the man will take care of himself instead of solving all the numerous problems facing Nigeria. Thanks for watching.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone. I appreciate you all. Now, wow. About this article of a thing, you can see article is just like a virus.
The thing look tight, Abby.
It's just like a virus that everybody is running away from. But this of a thing, it could be as it gets, but if you are ready to talk to us. Go into once
Yeah, I'm ready. Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, go ahead. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Niger Wash. I want to thank everybody. Thank those who are coming. I want to thank Mommy in diaspora. May God bless you, Mommy. I love you to the moon. Thank you, everyone. Those that are on the comment section, may God bless every one of you. Now, like I said yesterday, I will start with what Galadima, Abuba Galadima said. You see, it is quite clear now. When we were speaking concerning Afonja, some people came here to challenge us that what we were saying was wrong. If you guys can remember, I was speaking from the perspective how the Fulani came and took over Kwara State. How Afonja played a very stupid role because of greed. Because of greed, that was what made Afonja to lose Kwara State to the Fulanis. I said it here, but people will say it's a lie. People have said it yesterday too. That means I am acquainted with the history of what happened in Kwara State. How the Yoruba land was given to the Fulanis. Now, Galadima came, started saying all sorts of trash. And tomorrow he will tell you that he is for one Nigeria. How can you be for one Nigeria when you go after people's land? You invited Buhari to do the damages so that you can take other lands from the West. Go to other states in the Midwest to claim land that doesn't belong to you. But there's one thing that is there. Kwara State will be taken back by the Yorubas. There is no amount of stiffness they will do the Kwara state itself, which belong to the Oduduwas, it will be taken back. It's just a matter of time. It will be taken back. Now, I want to move over to what is going on in the political terrain. Like I said yesterday, there are cards on the table. I said one thing concerning the Kaduna, what's his name? Kwakwanso. Kwakwanso has a wild, there's what called a wild card. Very wild card. And it's, how would I say, is one of the most luckiest northerner that is on board now. If Kwakwanso, listen to me carefully. If Kwakwanso goes to any side, that would be the tiebreaker. The reason why I'm saying this because of the gentleman's agreement they have made, the political class made, without us, the people. If Kwakwanso jumped to APC and ADC went and picked Atiku, Atiku will lose like a baby. He will lose like a baby. Tinubu will take it all. Because after that time, Kwakwanso become the president. That one is straight win for him. He will become the president. If Kwakwanso know the card is playing, because coming with 1 million deciding vote in the north. If Kwakwanso go with Obi, that's all. That is all. Finito. Because there's nothing Kwakwanso will do. Kwakwanso will not fight for president. He's going to be a vice president because of 2031. I get, yes. He's going to be the president because then the gentleman agreement will turn around and Kwakwanso, having gotten the experience and having gotten how the thing is being run, it will go back, it will catch it with a platter of gold. That is what I said yesterday, that Kwakwanso has a card, a deciding card in his hand. But one thing that he got to be very, very careful about now, who is going to be a very strong platform to sail through easily. I guess it's not the APC. I guess it's going to be the ADC if the coalition takes Obi. Because Obi is a very strong, formidable force that they cannot lose. Atiku has lost his oil. He has lost his oil. He cannot bring in the Northern Bloc vote. Because in the Northern Bloc vote, you know, PDP has 10 governors. And those governors, some of them, let me put it like this, some of them are not in Atiku's camp. Because to form a party, you need different camp to form a party. And Atiku is the leader of one camp. I've forgotten his name. If you Google it, you see it there. Atiku is the head of one camp in PDP. Wike is not in his camp. And his camp produces some governors in the north. So the issue there is that the only way, which I believe the smart, intelligent northern clans in ADC, they will go for the popular candidate and subject Atiku to the leadership role in ADC. That is the only way. Without that, there's going to be a problem in this country, in Nigeria. There's going to be a big problem. If APC wins again, man, all hell will be let loose in Nigeria. If Atiku wins, it's the same thing. Because it's coming with another agenda. Atiku don't have any economic plan. He has not opened up the economic plan he has for the country. It's only Obi that has economic plan. And his economic plan has been tabled and subjected to scrutiny by economists. And they found it worthy. They found it worthy. They can play with that. But Atiku, what plan do Atiku has? Atiku was his former boss spoke a lot about his criminality. We all know. So while on earth, with the northern clans present Atiku, even if they want to present Atiku. Atiku is the worst candidate that can win election in Nigeria as it is today. Because if Atiku appears, the entire West will shift camp to Abado. That is plain. The entire middle belt, it will be splitted. The North will not vote for Atiku. The North will not vote for Atiku. Abado will use his finance to lure the North. And they will sign an agreement, which you all know. They know how to sign an agreement. They will sign the agreement, Abado will go scot-free and win the election. Because money is a force on its own. Money is a determining factor in Nigerian politics on its own. But when you have popular candidate that is ready to bring the people out, that has opened himself to a lot of scrutiny, and he has shown himself in the other election that yes, he's ready, and he brought in 6 million votes as what was given to him, because I know it's more than 6 million. That man will be a tsunami in the entire country, even in the North. They will not have no other option but to go for Obi, because Atiku is a spoiler. He has been a spoiler, and the North knows that he's a spoiler. He played it twice. He played it once for the whole country to know, and it destroyed PDP party. Because when it was the turn of the West, he refused, and he said it's the North. He turned the tide, but what happened? Wike got angry, and Wike had to use his own anger to dismantle the party and make the party his own. Nobody, I won't blame Wike for that, making that move. It's very painful when you sign an agreement and you dose out the state money, and the money has gone into it. You took the money and pocket it, and now brought Atiku into the game. Atiku that does not stay in Nigeria, he went and dug his yacht in Dubai. That is not a statesman character. That is not a statesman character. If you put into government, it's going to be worse than Agbado, because it doesn't have a statesman character. You cannot leave your country in pain and go to Dubai because of your investment, and those investments were the result of stolen money, wealth from the Nigerian state. So therefore, I put myself and I put my own schematic on the table for people to note it. Remember, I said Kwankwaso is a deciding factor. Kwankwaso has a golden chance to become the president in 2031. That is sure for him, if he make the right decision. And if ADC make the right decision, it will be a sweet ride for him in 2031. Najawa, thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much, Black Panther. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right. Let me come to Tunaja. Tunaja, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
It's good to have you on the show. Good evening to you, my brother. Talk to us.
Greetings, Niger Watch. Thank you for having me. Greetings to all the panelists and the chat and everybody responsible for keeping the show going. Greetings to the viewers. Yeah, this issue about Aisha divorcing Buhari, what they did not say was when, and that's interesting. I don't know why when they bring such information, they don't tell us when it happened, because that might be quite relevant if they were not married throughout the last term, or it was just after this thing he left office, or just before he left office. That would be different, because I remember there was a time somebody said something about her during the later stage of his presidency, that she got the young man to Abuja to go and be questioned and kind of tortured, really. So if she wasn't the president's wife, how was she able to do all that with that kind of power? So that is that. Anyway, yeah, it would be good if they had given us how everything breaks down. The issue of this coalition and Atiku. So I think they showed a video of Atiku being too elderly to be able to withstand some of the rigors of politicking at this age. Nigeria, we have not been very lucky. We keep electing sickly old men for quite a long time now. And I don't know, we used to have quite young leaders before, energetic young leaders of their time. but we don't seem to have produced any lately. From Obasanjo to current Tinubu, they seem to be quite. Obasanjo seems to be and Jonathan, they seems to be the healthiest ones. The rest, ill. Even Abu Salam Abubakar, from what I gather, is in London right now. How these leaders can borrow $20-something billion every year and they cannot build a world-class hospital in Abuja, I don't know. And Nigerians should not be letting them get away with this. They can't be doing this. They are endangering all of us when they keep going to foreign lands to get treatment. Even though people don't go to each other's country to get treatment. You will not see a British prime minister go to France for treatment. Die in your country then. If you didn't get good hospital in your country, die there. I've never heard of a British prime minister going to the US for treatment. Vice versa. They track each other, they watch each other, not to mention our own country. We take ourselves and our leaders, they go there and we accept it that is normal. It's not normal. If your leaders can do that, you have not even started getting rid of your dependency on foreigners. If your leaders are still going overseas for treatment, you've not even started on the path to getting your independence from foreigners. Because in other words, they are opening your leaders up. Your own leader, they will naked him, tear into his body, check his blood pressure, everything. They will know if they want to collect any information about him, they want to compromise him, they will compromise him. That is the situation we put ourselves every single year. When your leaders leave your country, you have to monitor what they are doing. Because if they go there, they go and bargain your future away. You wouldn't even know what is going on. In America right now, there's a big problem with Trump right now because his followers believe that some entities have compromised their leadership in their countries because they see their lawmakers singing to the tune of another country. If Americans, the superpowers of the world, fear that their nation have been compromised, what is going to happen to us? And we don't even seem to have the fear. It's like it's okay, it's normal now. We don't like it, but let's just accept it. If your leader come back and you didn't question them, you didn't check them whether they carry something come back or what kind of idea they come back with, then you'll not take your life seriously. I remember when the Russians had some soldiers captured in the Second World War. When the soldiers were returning, they put them in concentration camps to check whether they've been compromised. Because you can't trust anybody in this world with the lives of your people. You can't. Because your people are important. So other people, if other people value the life of your people more than you, then don't blame them when things go bad for you. Because they know your people, they value your people enough to make the effort to compromise your people. But you didn't value your people enough to stop that compromise from happening. Who do you blame? We only have ourselves to blame. This is the problem with the world today. Every nation is trying to get one over the other. Like every mother and every father is trying to get one better than the next father so that their children will do better. That's what nations do. Nations care for their people. But somehow we as a nation, we don't seem to care for our own people. The reason why I say that because tomorrow some other person is going to go there and may do the same thing again. We have not been very lucky with good leaders that actually focuses on our own interest. No matter how many of them we put there so far. And Nigeria is one of those countries that churns out quite a lot of leaders compared to African countries where some of them have only 2 leaders for how many years now? For 60 years, some of them even have 2 to 3 leaders. That's it. Nigeria has churned out more than 10, if I'm not mistaken. And we've not been lucky enough to have one that is brave enough to really, really move the country forward and succeed at something. But in terms of Atiku, I don't think he's going to win. There are so many forces working against him. It's ridiculous. He doesn't even stand a chance. Especially like Black Panther said, which I agree with. I've mentioned this before actually. If Kwankwaso signs on with Tinubu, it's a big problem for anybody. If Kwankwaso signs on with Tinubu and Tinubu goes and releases Nnamdi Kanu, double trouble. So Kwankwaso doesn't even have a chance. What's the name? Atiku doesn't have a chance. The records of elections shows clearly that whenever a southerner is on the ballot and a northerner is on the other side, the south and the southeast always vote the southern candidate. Whether they like the southern candidate or not, they will vote. They voted Obasanjo. The south and the south is voted Obasanjo. They don't care. They voted Jonathan. They don't care. As long as it's a northerner that is on the other side. But if it's a south person that is on the ballot, like the last election where you have southwest Tinubu and you have southeast this in P2B, you see that the vote will be split among them. But make no mistake, it's funny, it's weird to say the south and the southeast, they are the most loyal votes in the south. They don't shift. If a southerner is on that ballot, they will vote that southerner. That's how rock solid it is. That is why if Atiku thinks there's going to be any wiggle room for him to manipulate and somehow win the election, even if P2B is not running, he's not. People will just vote for in the south. They will just go and vote for Tinubu or sit at home because the south people, for some reason, if the south is the southwest, you can even change your mind. The southwest is more amenable to changing their mind because there was a time they didn't even vote for Obasanjo. They are amenable to changing their mind. But the southeast and the south, they are rock solid. They don't shift. If a southerner is on that ballot, they vote that southerner in. They don't care who it is. And the same thing with the northwest. The northwest, if a northerner is on the ballot, they vote the northerner in. But if Tinubu takes Kwankwaso, I don't see any way in hell. And that ticket will be very hard to beat. Even when it's P2B at the front of the ticket, it will be hard to beat. Not to mention when Atiku is the one running. If Atiku is the one running, forget it. He doesn't have any chance in hell. The only chance they have is P2B is on the front of the ticket. Atiku chooses somebody, maybe Tamboa or Erofai to run with P2B. Then they go for that election. Then they have a chance. And maybe Kwankwaso doesn't get into the race. If Kwankwaso doesn't get into the race, P2B will win. And Tinubu knows it. Because that 60% of the vote that was there before, that they won, and Atiku backing whichever candidate runs as running mate with P2B, there is no way they will not take at least 50 to 55% of it back. Tinubu might improve his votes. He might get up to 45% now, but he's not going to win the election. So the odds, if I was looking at Tinubu's position right now, I would be happier because I know Atiku's ambition is going to destroy ADC. And if P2B goes and founds his own party, it makes it even more difficult for the other side to win. Tinubu will just be looking at them acting like crazy people. It's only on Atiku to decide what path this election goes. If he seriously wants Tinubu to leave office, Atiku should just stand back. As much as it is painful for him, he should just stand back. I don't know why our African leaders don't know how to create prodigies. They don't know how to create followers, people that follow them, that do great things. Boris Yeltsin of Russia, of former Soviet Union, when he died, his greatest legacy is having Putin take over. He's managed to bring his country back. He didn't govern very well, but the person he handed over power to governed the country relatively well. Same thing, you see so many African leaders, they remain in office, and when they die, all their legacy dies with them because they didn't bother to raise a prodigy or others that would follow the same line like they have done. And Atiku, for better or for worse, he's just a one-man band. And you can even argue that Tinubu is the same because all these old men, they don't have any need to run. If you truly believe you raise people in your image, why do you have to be there as an old man? Is it the glory, the vanity of it all? But because if you raise somebody that you know is going to follow the policies and the vision that you have for the country, then why are you there? You should be chilling out at home and just giving guidance. As a matter of fact, that is even more precise because you have time to think. You're not taking all the blame. Your young man is taking all the heat. Then you give your guidance from there. That's how it's supposed to be. But we don't have statesmen in this country. I don't even think we've ever had it. Maybe Tinubu, to an extent, you can argue that he had people that he put in office, then he guided them on what they are going to do. But we hardly have selfless ones. Most of the ones we have are selfish. They are doing it for their own interests. Tinubu did all those things that he did because he wants to be president. Why are we so full of vanity? My God. Look at the state of the nation, and these old men are still full of vanity. Nothing else can explain Tinubu's presidency right now or Atiku's this bid to become president, other than just pure vanity? What else? What has he got to offer that he cannot teach a younger person to do? This is
Naija,
yes.
how old is this man? What's his name? The Kaduna guy.
Kanu or Kaduna.
Kanu guy. Kwakwanso.
I think he's around 60 something now. I don't think he's up to 70.
Oh, that's a good show for him.
Yeah. If Kwakwanso can joins him, then he's got Kanu now, isn't it? And Kanu is a major state. If he takes Kanu and Kaduna, Lagos, then the number of votes he gets will be quite significant. So that's a problem, even for P2B. But that is the greatest problem Tinubu can pose. Although he could still release Nnamdi Kanu. You see, this is the thing of being in office. He could do things to shake up the field. You know, Nnamdi Kanu has been known to be very, very critical of P2B. So if you're releasing Nnamdi Kanu, who knows what that one is going to go and do when he comes out? Tinubu doesn't even need to bribe him. He just has to release him and he start having a go at P2B like crazy. So, but I don't think that's going to change much. People are still going to vote for P2B. The South and the Southeast, they are quite uniform all the time. I don't know why. For some reason, they never vote for another candidate when there's a Southern candidate in the ballot. They will never vote for another candidate. So, but that is that anyway. In terms of the legacies on what was happening with Buhari and some of the things people have been saying lately, I've said it before. People have a right to respond the way they want to respond, and it's very, very interesting to watch the way Nigerians are reacting to this. Some of them are reacting very angrily to his death and calling him all kinds of names, whether he's devil or, while others are saying, you know what, he's like every other Nigerian. He did what he can and he's gone now, and people should take it easy. All one can look at is what he has done in the end, and if you were marking him on the ledger of objective ledger of looking at how people govern in the world, you say he didn't govern very well. Clearly, he governed quite badly, really, really badly. Whether it's his fault is another question you have to ask, because something happened to that man when he was in office, just 9 months into his term in office. Something happened to him, and Nigerians didn't pay attention to it. When he became ill the first time, disappeared, came back, and he couldn't govern the way he planned to govern anymore. So the person that we had in office for the remaining 7 years or so is barely the person that was elected into office. He couldn't perform at the level that he was meant to perform. That's why people are so disappointed in him, because people expected him to perform greatly. And I think in the first months, he was doing well until he fell ill, disappeared, then came back and then disappeared for even longer. Since then all the people around him took over power. That's what African leaders do. When the leader is ill, then the people around him to take over the power. Maybe it's a way of the entities outside the country making sure they keep the leader in check. If they are misbehaving, they become ill, then the people around him start ruling. Isn't that what they did with Yaradua? Before they even announced that he was there, everybody around him was taking advantage. If you look at Paul Biya right now in Cameroon, the guy can barely walk or speak, but yet he's going to run for presidency again. How is he running for presidency? It's because the people around him are the ones controlling him now. And that is the kind of stuff that may have happened to Buhari too. When they say capture, this is one that when people in Nigeria use, when people say,
all right, thank you, Tunaja. Thank you.
That's what they're correct. I thought it was 1 minute too.
No. When they give you ring bell like that, you round up.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Okay, before I move on to the next person, I have somebody on the backstage, which I believe this is your first time here. Let me see. Professor from where? Professor Data, or where are you joining us from?
I'm joining you from United States.
Is it your first time on this panel?
I think it's my first time. I'm quite sure it's my first time.
Oh, good evening to you, sir. Please talk to us.
You said?
Talk to us. You want to contribute to the contribution?
Though, you just told me to join you shortly about, say, not up to 5 minutes I came in. Okay, what I want to simply say is this, this Buhari matter, number one, I keep saying it, Nigeria is just playing, Nigeria just has to get things right. Number one, the entity of Buhari did not rule the country well. He didn't do well at all. And people shouldn't be surprised why people are jubilating when of this demise. I say of this demise because I'm one of those that know, and I know very well. Number one, Nigeria gambled with Buhari was. This man died in 2017. They provided a political decoy, or you can call it a double gangler, and that person finished ruling the nation. So, this Nigeria, as I keep saying it, to me, it is high time Nigeria as an entity is dissolved. Because we're in a country where a set of people believe they are to rule the country. I just got a news from Bayelsa State now, how the Fulani herdsmen are moving around. Their cattle are going to farm the barrel before their eyes. So, it's just a very, very sad thing. You understand? It's a very, very sad thing. And to show you how bad it is, as I keep saying it, I am not appraising it because I know what I'm saying. The entity that they presented that died on Sunday or whatever is a fake. You ask how many people have come to give condolence visits, which nations have come to give condolence visits. So let me just rest my case here because I'm just, this is my first time speaking on this show. Thank you.
All right, thank you. What's your name anyway? Because Professor Data. Oh, that's what I can see.
I prefer to go with that. Because
Okay.
I know, see, there's one thing I know on this earth. Yeah, if one wants to research and get my name, it's possible. You understand? But
Okay, that's
for
fine. No,
most,
you are entitled to your confidentiality. That's fine.
okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. It's good to have you on the show. Thanks for your contribution.
Okay.
All right.
So keep up your show. I normally see it sometimes, though I don't have time. I'm quite sure. I think today is my first time I'm logging into your show.
Oh, thank you so much. It's good to have you here. Try to join us whenever you have time. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Have a good evening. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, thank you. Okay, bye.
Yeah. All right. Mr. Odua, thank you so much, sir, for your time with us today. I appreciate you. Please talk to us. Good evening to you. I don't know if Madam Patricia is ready to speak yet.
Good evening, Mr. Najawash.
Madam Patricia, are you ready or after Mr. Odua?
I'm ready. That's why.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, thank you, ma'am. Please go ahead. Mr. Odua, sorry, I'll come back to you. Thank you, ma'am. Good
evening. Good evening, Mommy Diaspora. Good evening to all our viewers everywhere, wherever you're watching us from. Like and share, please. And of course, the analysts that are here, good evening to you. Yes, so we don't come again for Nigeria matter. I want to agree with, was it Charles Akpoki, whatever he said, that that man, I can't remember his name now, the Fulani man, that came to expose all their evil plans against the rest of us. That what he came to say is exactly what they did. And many, many more of this secret will come out. So what we need to do as a people now is all those people we have as a senator or whatever, House of Assembly, House of Senate, they need to wake up and do what they are supposed to do to protect their people. He said they had an agenda. The Fulani agenda is what they have. They had, and that's why they went to bring Buhari. He said when they brought, when Bosajo heard that Buhari was going to contest, Obasanjo was shaking to his bone marrow. Just imagine. That is for you to know the extent of how wicked they decide to deal with the rest of us. And it's up to us whether we are going to allow this to continue or not. Look, Nigeria government, if una say una no give our people right to carry arms, people will have to get arms anyhow to protect themselves. Because this buying of our people and ethnic cleansing that people are doing, genocidal, that Fulani is doing in every area of Nigeria, it's not going to be, it's not going to be allowed anymore. We will have to do what we have to do. We will have to. And I'm speaking now to all of us that have been put into this quagmire. That is high time that defend yourselves. You cannot tell me that one particular people have the right to carry arms from north, all the way from north, going to, they said they were coming like the other day to Port Harcourt to go and do what? To go and hunt. And then they were coming back, they were intercepted because they were not looking like as though that is what they were doing. And Uromi boys had to deal with them. And what happened? We saw what happened here. We were here. When they said yes, they should present them, must deliver them. They must apprehend them and bring them to the north, to the Fulani, to deal with them. Take them to Abuja. What about our people that be buying? Who is taking responsibility for that? You senators or House of Assembly people, if you know you cannot represent us, not by force, enter house. The people that can do the job, because you people are too, how will I say, too gullible and also too cold or too so sell out. I'm not saying any reason now. Oh God, to be honest, it's time that you people do something about this, because if you think that you are sitting there, it will not affect you because you are dining and eating and whining with them. It will not affect you. You are deceiving yourself. Like Mordecai said to Esther, don't think now because you are in the king's house that when Emma is deciding to kill all of us, that you will be safe. He said, know that if you decide not to speak for your people, there will arise somebody that will speak for us. But remember, I assure you that you and your household will not be spared. So, a word is enough for the wise. If any of you have sense, it's time for you to start thinking. For somebody to come to a national TV and tell us the evil that they planned and they hashed it. Not only that they planned it, they really hashed it. And that evil, we can see it spreading everywhere in Nigeria. Many back, but even today as we speak, people still mind. What are we talking about? And you are sitting there as a senator or as a House of Assembly as a representative. Oh my God. You should be wearing, sackcloth and mourning. Your voice should be the highest. You should be calling for this division of this, what will I call it? Hopeless country called Nigeria. Yes, it's hopeless. Where's the hope? Where's the hope? People are dying every day. Is there hope? If you are not speaking, remember, you too and your household will not be spared. If you think that the buying that is happening is only those people, doesn't concern us, me and my family. Look, after they buy all your people, they will come for you too, because you are not one of them. You are not a Fulani, and they know it. So you're playing your foolish game. The time will catch up on you. So Mr. Elvis, I'm very angry. I don't want to talk anymore. I'll leave it there. Honestly, I don't want to start using words.
All right, thank you, Madam Patricia. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thank you. All right, Mr. Odowa, talk to us. Thank you, sir. Good evening to you once again.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Najawash. Thank you. Good evening. Good evening, everyone in the panel. Mommy, Diaspora, good evening, ma. God bless you for your good work. Good evening, commenters, listeners, and viewers. Breaking news that Buhari, a wife, have divorced Buhari before. On what year, on what month and date when they divorce, and the president wife divorced, there were no rumor, no nothing. So then that means they should tell us that Buhari has gone long ago. That's just the truth. Because I believe if Aisha that Buhari said is for the kitchen and for the other room, divorced, I know that if not the whole world, but Africa would have known something like that happened. So that shows that Unadi revelation really confirmed that the quoted person that was leading the country and Aisha we are now playing along. That is why people were no longer seeing Aisha or do not talk upon at the cries of Nigerians, could not see anything because it was just a game they say you should play along with. Because for them to say they have divorced Buhari for long before Buhari died, no, that's pure typical excuse and they did not hold water. So that's for that. Then I thank our Reverend Abi, who came to talk on what we were saying yesterday. Apoki, Dr. Apoki, because he has even analyzed it more than the way we did yesterday. And some people were thinking what we are saying doesn't hold water, it doesn't hold hand. You have to understand that. That's why I said Uthman Danfodio is still much alive, because they gathered, they went and called Buhari from house. So it is the Nigerians to know now that anybody that came from that lineage, if you are in Nigeria, whether you are from the north, you are from the south, you are from the west, or from the east, it is your duty to know that right from now, that space will not be given to these people that bear that name, because they are like a rat who is blowing you, but taking something away from your leg. Because I said it here that a person told me in a government of Nigeria went and tell all this from Green Conakry, Guinea Conakry, that they should come to Nigerians, that Nigeria belongs to Fulani. I've said it here several times. And it is for the Nigerians now who are claiming one Nigeria, who are this, that, to be aware and not start to say all those general that Buhari were placing as all those Fulani, those top need to be demoted or to be sacked from their position. Because that is the reason they are terrorizing the whole entire country. Because we have more blind people who thought they are the one who have sense more than the Russia, who have sense more than the British, who have sense more than the America. Then they will fold their hand. If you tell them this is solution to this thing, they will say, I beg you. But if you tell them, let us go and drink beer and entertainment and a night of 1,000 laughs, they will be the number one. We should all wake up from our sleep. I said it yesterday. No state, no local government should allow other people to be representing them in the military, whether police, whether soldier, whether navy, whatever again. Because this is eye-opener. This thing that Galadima has spoken is eye-opener. He told you that the agenda, because if you have given, they said, okay, come and fight for it. If it is only for a lorry, why are they now wiping people away from a Benue state? Okay, this one just happened, is it not where the state you people should just another state again. It's in Kwara State that they did this one they did today. So we should understand that they are wiping the EDG, making sure that their people occupy the places. So the only solutions for anything that people that come to oppress you, it is eye to open for eye, nose to breathe for nose. Because if not, if you begin to believe on those, there are people they have packed in the name of repented Boko Haram into military, and that is Nigeria government, they will gum you down because you will be expecting the mate. Why they will be meeting you? The Nigerian government, they will just gun you and meet you into the way they are doing now. Nigerians, whether you are Igbo, you are Yoruba, you are Bini, you are Hausa, you are Isekiri, you are Edo, you are Olu, whatever, Ijebu, and whatever you are, it is our duty now to say no to all these foreigners who have become the head of our navy, the head of our air force, the head of our this, the head of our that, in the name of we are one Nigeria or free trade. They came here with Babiala. They in the name of their religion.
We can see you on the backstage. Thank you.
In the name of their religion, then they become Nigeria citizen. This agenda is very strong. It's an idea. Agenda is an idea that you cannot be killed until he fulfill his desire. So these people agenda, whether they form coalition, they did not form coalition, it will be better. And Tinubu is saying is his brother. I can even say is his brother, because Buhari is Tinubu is acting exactly like them. He's acting exactly like Buhari, and he says it's his brother. So who know where? Because according to now, because we did not know Tinubu father, we did not know his mother. Except the woman that is claiming Tinubu, he brought him up. Who even know if Tinubu is really Fulani? Who knows? And that is why he quiet in everything that is enable him to the Benue that they should go and live in peace with their this thing. When you see people came to wipe all of them up, instead of you to take action and give command, you said they should go and live in peace with their neighbor. Just like the way Buhari, we are saying they should live in peace with their neighbor. My data brother that we were talking yesterday, so you can hear it now, that is our another data brother that now opened the view and said, no, it is enough is enough. The region, whatever region we are now, we have to make sure we defend our region, we protect our region, we develop our region for ourselves. This is another our data brother that I say this thing, who feel that you cannot expect anybody from your region to give you command, but you want to expect a person from Abuja to come and give you command. So let us open our eye, because that is my pain. Because how will you tell me that you give our land to a foreigner who we are not even indigene of the land, in the name of come and help me fight, join me to fight? Then you now give the entire land to them, which is now the lorry. We are now fighting. Today, you see the way they are maltreating the Yorubas in lorry. The lorry people, the way they are maltreating them in Kwara State, they don't have any power, they don't have anything, voice in their own land. In their own land. It is our duty for we to say enough is enough in all these things. And that is why we have to say enough is enough. Because Galadima with their cohort, they are still much alive. Who know the next person they will be planting or planning to bring? Because all of them have the same thought, the same agenda. That is why one governor the other time said, Fulani first before they become any other this thing. So for that reason, if you are thinking of anything, the only they think is Fulani first. That is why they don't have a country which is they belongs to. What the matter is Fulani first. I remember one governor say it in one video that time. So why won't we, the Nigerians, say Nigerians, we the land, our land first, whether you are from TV, you are from whatever. Say it that one first before you can think of invaders. Because the reason that these Fulani are doing this thing, the Edo people said, "Ofenoro wa kamenoro irimirowa." It is the rat that is at home that can go and call the one outside, come and eat. There is food inside my house. So our evil understanding brothers and sisters, it is not time for we to change our mentality. Then let me correct one something. To Niger, the SAT vote for person in the north. Don't say the Satan people, whether the SAT or the SAT, if they doesn't vote for person in the north, that is pure lie. They vote for a candidate from the north. The majority win the vote. That's why the majority doesn't even count in Nigeria, but the majority can still win the vote. They vote along party side and they vote along who they like. So don't misinform people that the certain people doesn't vote for a northern candidate. Because my people, we are supporting this man that we are even talking about now, this Atiku Abubakar. Some of my people, we are supporting him in Edo. So you have to get that clearly. For this coalition or whatever, I heard that El-Rufai said he's waiting for Peter Obi. If Peter Obi really win, and it is not checkmating Tinubu, it's not calling Tinubu. Did you see that this guy, among all their so-called journalists who is just joined the list, it is this a Kenya girl that are able to say, you people should stop attacking Peter Obi, because Peter Obi holds no position. He holds no position. It's only just a fellow Nigerian like me and you. In everybody, every interview, everything is this Peter Obi, Peter Obi, Peter Obi. Everybody attacking Peter Obi. That holds nothing. Instead of them to be checkmating those who are their government, but they will be checkmating Peter Obi, who is just a common man like me and you. So they should change that mentality. Although I know that those people, they will not change it. But thank God that a foreigner among all of them was able to have that sense of humanity and bring at her view. So for me, my people, Peter Obi is the best candidate. And those things that they are talking about is not rocket science. All these things that they think you cannot do them, in 2 years, you can fix Nigeria. And everything will come back to normal. Because I hate to hear when they say Nigeria borrow money. A man said he's poor, he have 5 cars. He's poor, he have 3 cars. He's poor, he have 2 houses. How are you poor? You cannot be poor and be driving a car. You cannot be poor, you don't have work, you are driving 2 cars. They park 2 cars in your compound. That is not poor. That shows that you don't have sense to think. That is why you are hungry. So, Burkina Faso are building road today. How are they building it? It's unity. It is because they understand the same goal, the same vision. Today, that their road has been tied by the locals. But if they did not have sense to think, that road will remain there. They will be looking for a government that will come and tie the road for them. That interlocutor they are doing now. They'll be looking for a government that will come and do it. But they are doing it. Tomorrow, that road remain. It will not say it is the Burkina Faso people that tie themselves. So this set of people should be the one to pass that road. This set of people should not pass it. Creating of job determine your understanding.
So do what you have 1 minute left.
Okay, thank you. Creating of job determine understanding. 50 people have cars, two cars. If you sell one and bring it together, you have the money that creates a company. But because of our ignorance, we would rather drive that car to hotel, drive that car to a fast food joint, drive that car, instead of we using it to create job, to manufacture things. We don't want to, but we see who are people manufacturing things, we want to make use of it, but we don't want to think and manufacture like that. Let us do fake, then before we can do original. Let us start from somewhere. And let us stop thinking, saying government did not do it. We are all government. What matters is let 50 people come together, let 70 people come together, let 100 people come together, job will be created. Thank you. God bless you, Mr. Yawosh. Thank you very much.
All right, Mr. Odowa, thank you very much, sir. God bless you for your time with us and your submission. Okay, I would like us to come to before Madam Rita. I'd like to quickly appreciate my brother, Mr. Olumide. Thank you very much earlier on for the super chat. I'm very, very grateful. And those of you right there, please, can you just press on the like, help us to share? And those of you coming in, Ogam Money Ferreira, thank you very much. I can see you right there. You want to come to the panel or you want to be on the comment section? Mudia's Academy, can see you, Madam Amen Bright. Thank you very much, ma. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, everyone right there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, let me hear from Madarita. Madarita, it's good to have you on the show. Since when Buhari died, you're not here. I would never hear from you, Madarita, because they tell me to say you go the burial. You know, I bet, can you take us through how was the burial and everything? Thank you, ma.
Mr. Elvis. Good
Madarita, the
afternoon.
more now. That's why I no come.
You know, they say the cry when Madarita cry was just too much, you know.
Is it the book of Ecclesiastes? There's a time for everything now. There's time to die. It's time to be happy.
That's why you the more now. You don't go more now for 5 days. Come back.
There's time for everything. There's time for everything, according to the Bible. Good afternoon, Mr. Elvis. My lovely mommy, I have missed you. I love you so much. Greetings to everybody in the panel and also in the comment section, Madam Ame Bright, Johnson Emmanuel, Peggy Mordy, Blessed, and every other lovely person out there. And my co-panelists, respect to you all. Good afternoon. Mr. Elvis, I don't know what you want me to say about is it the fake or the real Buhari that died now or the one in 2017? I don't know. But however,
Yeah, you see the two pictures where we put for there, we say one supposed to be read.
You go choose one now. Choose one. May talk all of them are Buhari. Choose one.
Okay, which one you want to talk about? Please, I talk about anyone who understand. Thank you.
the old Buhari, this is my own personal opinion. The Buhari that died in 2017, people will say that what Nnamdi Kanu said, he doesn't believe that the Buhari that he knows will just stand there and just watch people ravage, the country that he kind of fought for, or he claimed he fought for. But what I see, the Buhari of 2017 or 2015, let me put it that way, I don't think he had the agenda of every well-meaning Nigerian who voted for him. I don't think so. Maybe at some point you will look at, okay, maybe what he did in the past with Idiagbon, but however, everybody already knows that Idiagbon was the one actually running the engine. Buhari was just a figurehead. And I remember, I don't know which former head of state or a Nigerian statesman that said, Buhari is a disaster. Nothing ever worked with his I don't want to use the word dullard, but it was something of that nature. I'm not speaking of the dead, in case some people are like, why are you speaking about the dead? I mean, please. But the present day Buhari, I just don't understand him. He just looked like out of place. So in all of this, I would say it all boils down to the so-called caliphate agenda. That's what all this nonsense is all boiled down to. Desperate quest for power and control. And Buhari, whether that's the old or the new one, was just the figure that they just needed to use because of his so-called past reputation. Buhari, I have said this in this panel before, Buhari was the person that made British start saying Nigerians should get visa to go to England. It was his regime because of what he did to, can somebody correct me, is it Umaru Diko or Obanikoro? I can't remember.
Umaru Diko, during Umaru Diko
Thank you very much. After that episode, I think when they used the Masob and they put him in a suitcase, and in case some people don't know the history, please, Google is your friend. But however, we should say it here because we're all here to learn about history and what is going on presently. And I think the Buhari of then wanted to extradite Umaru Diko from the UK because of something relating to money laundering or corruption. And then the only way they could do it, since they couldn't do it Kanu style, as at that time, they had some mercenaries. I think as I heard they were from Israel, the Mossab. Yeah, they had them and they pushed this guy in a suitcase and bringing him back to Nigeria as luggage. And then, of course, you're passing through immigration, customs, and checkup. They found out like, hey, what's in this luggage? And they found out that it was a human being that was there. And at that point, Nigerians had to get visa to enter Britain. It didn't have anything to do with whether our naira was depreciating or anything. In fact, that was just a turning point for us. Even if you know that, of course, the British government, they are not exonerated from their evil ways, but I'm just trying to point out one thing about his past. I may not get the story like verbatim exactly, but those are the things that happened as at that time, in case some people don't know. And maybe some other people might know the exact story. You can bring it out here because I'm here to learn just like everybody else. So bringing that kind of person, many people did not know. When people voted for him, many people didn't know. They just looked at, Buhari of Idi Agbon's time, war against the discipline. Nigeria worked then. Everybody was on their toes. Everybody was spick and span and clean. Nigeria was just different. The mindset of the people were just like, Nigeria has to be better. Everybody was upright. And that was the picture people were presenting then. As at that time too, the man from Bodilon and his cohorts, the likes of Fayemi and, the immediate from Kaduna and all of them, they were all presenting this story that Jonathan was such a bad market. The Chibok girls came to, everything was, looking back now, everything was just planned. And I think Buhari as at that time became so believable because there was nobody that was able to come to terms with like, you know what, Nigerians need to know the truth. Nigerians need to know the agenda. But we were so in depth with our pain and suffering and with the Chibok girls issue that happened that's never happened in Nigeria before. We were just blinded by our pain and sentiments. And then we made this biggest mistake. And this is where we are today. That mistake.
Can I ask a question?
Please, do not interrupt me, Mr. Tunenja. That mistake lingered down to where we are today. Yes, it lingered. And the person who is in Aso Rock now, the man from Bodilon Avenue, was also part and parcel of that trickery, I would call it. The trickery of why people were saying, say Baba, like it was something else. Now, I don't want to really talk about somebody that's past, whether it's past or present or whatever. Presently now, Mr. Elvis, looking at your screen, because I don't know what has been played before. And Aisha Buhari divorce, so does that change the price of rice in China, in Nigeria? In Oju Elegba market, is there anything does that affect the price of food now? Or the price of medical care? I don't know. I don't think, I don't know if it's related to the fact that, there's some story about whether it's the real Buhari that she divorced or the one that had passed on. Maybe yes, this story, but we need to hear from her. We need to hear more information. You said Farooq Kperogi. I don't know who that is. I don't know who said that, but yeah, I mean, people divorce and marry every other day. But somehow it deserves a flashlight, of course, because she was our former first lady. Yes, I understand that part. And if it's kind of related to the real or the fake Buhari, yeah, it should be discussed. But I really don't know the details. So I think I will stop here for now. To Nigeria, what is the question you want to ask since my time is still running?
Sir Louis, on your camera, I know they like to remind people of doing this, please.
Well, Nigeria is not going to ask me any questions. So, Mr. Elvis, I think at this point, I will stop. Thank you very much. I'll probably listen to what is being said, and I'll take it from there. Thank you. It's nice to see you, Mr. Ferreira. Nice to see you, sir. It's been a while.
Thank you, ma. Thank you. All right. Let me hear from the next person here. Okay, Mr. Alabo is still with us. Mr. Alabo, please talk to us. Good evening to you. It's good to have you on the show.
Thank you, Mr. Nigeria. Thank you, everyone. Good evening, Nigerians. Good evening, panelists. God bless every one of us on the backroom staff, Mommy Diaspora. everyone participating, those at the comment section. Yeah, the like is not that much. The way you are seeing it, just click on the like because some of us will forget, just be viewing and we are not clicking on the like button. And you can also do as well, share the information so we can spread the good news across the world for a better Nigeria. Thank you, Mr. Najawash, for opportunity like this, for a day like this, for what you're doing. God bless you. Where am I going to start? The Nigeria issue is a big one for every one of us. But I just want to start with something happening in Lagos. Today, we have a country where we have a sitting president who claims he's from Lagos State. Like our brother Odua said, and several Nigerians have been asking. I've asked this question several times. I've never gotten an answer to this question. Who is the biological mother of Tinubu? Who is the biological father of Tinubu? Who is the biological brother of Tinubu? Nobody cared to ask this question until he became president. It's a question we still need an answer. He's the leader of of Nigeria. And anyone that accepts to come to the public office to serve, we need to know that person. And it's open for Nigerians to know. See what is happening in Lagos today. A lot of people come together. According to history and fact, as Lady Tinubu claimed, the person that took care of Tinubu as an adopted mother is from Osun State. Governor Sanwo-Olu, who is sitting down today, is not originally from Lagos State. But today, they are changing names of a street, changing from the Igbo. What has the Igbo people done to Nigeria? Is the question we are asking. Then why are we saying we are Nigerians? Why are we saying we are one? When we'll be playing politics, a dangerous one that will affect the next generation to come. Because people will never forget the history. The Biafra War that happened in 1960-something to 1970-something. Till today, the generation, they are still reading, they are still seeing, they are still getting the history, what happened, the genocide that happened in the Biafra land, and what happened to their ancestral land and their grandfather and their grandparent. So you cannot hide the truth. When we can see a sitting president will be showing this nepotism, tribalism, playing politics of ethnicity, and Melocom, how are you going to unite the country? Not everybody that you can buy with money. We must set this thing straight. In case if anybody is listening, they should tell. I know the DSS, the agent are on air. They are listening to my conversation. Is it how we are going to get the Nigeria? You, the DSS, you, the secret agent, you are working hard to keep Nigeria safe. But when the leader who are leading the country are doing this thing that is contrary to the unity of Nigeria, it's dangerous for our unity. So anybody who can advise the governor of Lagos State or the local government chairman who is carrying out this kind of behavior, changing the street name, they have demolished a lot of structure. And why is this kind of thing happening? For one thing, I have a deep sea. I am an Ijaw man. I am exposed to deep sea. I live in a deep sea. I live inside the water. I go fishing inside those deep sea. We have a seaport in Port Harcourt. Yet, it was closed down. Obasanjo then target that it was used to import ammunition for the Niger Delta militant then, and it was shut down. When we were growing up, we go there to buy things, television, very cheap. They will bring it and put it on the pot. We will go there and buy it. We just so cheap thing. You will see thing come in electronics, fridge. We enjoy it then. They close it down just because Obasanjo was an Yoruba man. He want everything importation to remain in Lagos to develop the Southwest economy. That was the agenda. Not because they were using. Have we not been hearing how many times that the people intercept a lot of ammunition in Lagos port? And they have seen it. Have they closed down the port to say because there was ammunition imported into the country? So we should look at how this thing is happening. If we can get a seaport, there is a river that get to Anambra State, which divide the Onitsha. It's a big river. The Onitsha bridge we are seeing, it cross a river. The Oka there, if that can be dredged and the ship can carry the container of Igbo man to that place, do they think Lagos will be generating the revenue they are generating today? No. If all these things, you decentralize these things from Lagos, all this nonsense will not be happening. If you do it, open the Port Harcourt Seaport, Aba man will ship everything he wants to ship from here to Aba. If you open one in Anambra or use Imo State that is closer to River State, open another one there. The Benue is there, Niger is there. Open another one that the North can do. Decentralize this thing. Let everybody, their economy, let everybody face it and do it. Why must you just put everything and you are not even thinking of decongesting it? The one in Calabar, nothing is happening. Everybody have seaport, a lot of people are open. Is there in Warri? It's closed. So why must it be only Lagos? And today, because people have their business. Go today. Who are the importers of goods in Nigeria? They are the Igbos. All the things we are using, the domestic things we enjoy in Nigeria, who are importing them? It's Igbos. A lot of these things are the people. So the people live there, build their house in a place they want to do their business. You go, you bring down their houses. You go, you demolish their houses. You destroy their business. If people to live there, can them do those business that people are doing? It will affect the common people in Lagos there. So you say the ignorance of what people are doing, and you will say we are one Nigeria. We have to stop this thing. Every one of us is advantage for us for our unity. Our diversity is a big advantage. But when we begin to take advantage of others, Fulani is doing their own in the north. They are pushing people out of their land. Why would this kind of thing, that is the way they are oppressing people? For their own land they have, because they have water, they have good grass. And all these people who are coming in to carry out this behavior are not a Fulani man who is living in Kanu. They are not Fulani man who is living in Sokoto. It's Fulani man who they bring as a foreigners who do not even understand the language. Hausa, they can't speak the language of Borno State. They are the people who will come. Some of them speak French. And they will come to damage people's property. And they will come and destroy people's farm. They will come. How can they do all this kind of thing? How many bikes will go into a place and finish? And the intelligence we have, the money we are spending on our military in training, they will say they don't know those people. And they cannot even try to get any of them arrested. It's so sad. But however, none of us is encouraging people, because if every Nigerian should have access to gun, it will be a problem for us. Even America today is struggling to manage their own. We don't encourage that, but we encourage at least local security. I know my village, I know my terrain, I know my bush. Give me the security. If I have a security in my community, if those people have access to gun, they will be able to intercept those people, then waiting for the military to come and support them. At least that will help every community. But if you leave everybody vulnerable, so only what some people have power over, so they will come with their this thing, the military will teleguide them and help them to come who are in support of them. Then they will come in and commit this man, destroy, take life by people as if they are fishes. And when you finish, you leave. Nothing is happening. People will start to cry. Look at what is happening in Plateau State. Look at Taraba State. Look at Benue State. Look at across the country. Is it in Lorry? Look at everywhere. Insecurity. You are cleaning people. Danjuma, as a former defense minister, can come to tell Nigeria that this is ethnic cleansing. Who am I? Who are you? The kind of intelligent and the kind of
All
people
right, thank you,
Danjuma
sir.
have insecurity.
Thank you.
So it's really dangerous for our society. We have to begin to do things in the right way. Thank you, Mr. Elvis, for this opportunity. God bless everyone.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Alabo. God bless you, sir. It's good to have your submission here today. But let's hear from Mr. Ferreira. After Mr. Ferreira, Augusta Lewis, before we have our final submission. Augusta Ferreira, it's good to have you on the show, sir. Please talk to us.
Yeah, so my Niger Watch family, greetings to everybody. Madam Rita, I want to thank Mommy Diaspora. I want to thank you, Mr. Elvis. You're doing a great job. This is what you're doing is what we need. The education and the liberation of the minds of our people, the revolutionization of our mind. We're not there yet. We're still in the dark. People are not ready, but somebody have to prepare them. And you are one of the leaders that are championing that cause. Nigeria is a very, today my comment is going to have a very sober reflection because I'm feeling it. And there's a few things I wanted to talk about. Not on this fake or real Buhari. I think that's a drawback. But I want to talk about what is happening in Lagos a little bit. This should not be happening in a country or a nation that has sense or that is going somewhere. This is xenophobic in display, being made government policy. This is Nazism. I mean, the Nazi party of Hitler Germany, genocidal movement being made government policy. When a country that claims to be one Nigeria start picking apart other regions, all in the name of what you call politics, that is not politics. Nigeria is in real danger. It did not start today. It started in the 60s. In the second coup, where they killed all those soldiers in the barracks, these are people who sign up to serve their country. And some people mutiny because they came for revenge. They killed all those innocent soldiers just because they are from one region of the country. Line them all up. They're not even officers. All they needed was that you're from this area, you're dying. And then this continues where they move out of the barrack months, days later, weeks later. And then the same soldiers started going around in the north, killing people from one ethnic region, wiping them out. If you think I'm lying or making up stories that some people like to argue, go and find out what led to the dissolution of the 5th Battalion. The 5th Battalion, I think it was in either Kano or Kaduna. I'll check my details. But the question for those who like to type in and Google and argue on behalf of the government, those who like to defend this insanity we call a crime scene in Nigeria, let them go find out. Let them put it in their search engine. Why was the 5th Battalion dissolved in 1966-67? Soldiers from one ethnic region moved into the street along with militias and started killing people of one ethnic region. I mean, free killing. Killing was the name of the game, but it's not their fault. It's the fault of the other tribes that always cooperate in the name of peace or agree. Because when that mess happened, we had people who are two big generals from the West who were supposed to stand as soldiers. What did they do? They handed over the country to mutineers who only control three cities, Abeokuta, Ibadan, and Ikeja. They don't even control the whole of Lagos. And up till today, July 2025, we have not gotten free from that bondage they put us in July 1966. The same people, the Muritala crew, they say, well, it was a bone on Gowon's neck. Gowon, who followed along, cannot even visit his own village today. They are reaping the fruit that they sow. Dimka, who was part of the genocide along with the Muritala because he was not happy with the distribution of positions. So Nigerian story continues. We went democracy 1979, another disaster, because it has been imputed there that one region or one area are born to rule, the others to just cooperate or compromise. It's a very dangerous politics. The politics of a Miloko, rotational politics, very dangerous. But that is not the danger we face today, oh my people. The danger we face today, I don't want to use big grammar. It's called fascism. Fascism na big grammar. Make we no call them fascism. Let's call it the danger we face today, my people, is APC. APC is just a replica of the Nazi party. And their agenda is to follow that Usman Dan Fodio agenda of bringing the Quran from the north to the ocean. It started in the 60s from the trial of Awolowo. And we are still in it. The same people have been running us since then. Even before we were born, we inherited it. So what is the danger? I want to call it APC instead of calling it fascism. APC is a party that is dedicated to one specific agenda, the domination of one region over the other. And all the other regions are playing along because they are giving them change. They want to get, they're playing politics. Particularly Edo people. I got to mention Edo people because Mr. Everest is from Edo. The role Edo people are playing in this conglomerate of evil is alarming. We all saw Nopasa. We are seeing Reno or Mokri. I don't know where exactly he's from. We are seeing all of them, all these satanic people. And we have the likes of two Niger on our podium, who the person I personally question his nationality because I can't imagine the level of hatred this man has for that country, Nigeria. But let that be. So this thing, APC, it's a fascist organization, but it's not just the regular fascism. For people who don't know what fascism is when a government dominates its people. I mean, the best thing I can compare it is what Adolf Hitler did, if anybody knows about Adolf Hitler of Germany, whereby they will be taking the nation to total destruction. And they will be telling you they're doing it for patriotic reasons. And we have a lot of lunatics who are hedging them on and supporting them, including intellectuals. You see, there's fire on the mountain and nobody's running. How do we get our sovereignty back? What is the value of the Nigerian life? What is the value of your life if you're not in your region? If you're Igbo living in Lagos, what is the value of your life? What is the value of your life from this APC government? There's fire on the mountain. No one is running. But today we are busy. We talk. We have to talk because even if we don't talk, it's even worse. But there's an error on the type of discussion we are having, particularly the intellectual ones among us. When we talk, we are playing politics. The people in Lagos destroying those roads and names of other Nigerians are playing politics. That's the lie. They are playing savagery. Savagery is when you act like a barbarian,
like somebody who is animal, who is not human, like a predator tearing up a prey. That's savagery. They're playing politics. No, they're not playing politics. They're playing treasonable acts. The worst among us are in charge. The criminals among us are the ones playing this thing, and we are joining them. What we call governance without rule of law, it's not governance, but we will argue. I'm sure before the end of my speech, somebody will interject, or one crazy idiot will be on the comment section talking more rubbish, supporting, edging it on. So what we have is fascism mixed with Islamofascism. The people of the Middle Belt are dealing with it. But we Nigerians, we don't have a sense of history. We let history repeat itself however it can. We continue to talk about the wrong thing. Go on the internet. I just left X. Out of about 10 Nigerian pages, about 8 is by the Ronukus, those who are spreading hate and tribalism and bigotry. 8 out of 10. Only 1 or 2 are of policy. I'm talking about X. I just left it before I came here to join you. They are there. These people are organized. That's where I'm going with this talk. The only organized force in Nigeria currently now is the Islamofascist force being championed by the APC. There's no opposition. There's no activists. There's no plan in place 2 years after they've told us who they are. What do I mean 2 years? They've told us who they are 8 years. It only took Nigerians 8 years to know that Buhari is not a Democrat. How long will it take us to discover that our man, Emilokon, is more of a monarchist than a Democrat? But we keep calling him a Democrat. If people, we speak too much English, monarchist means somebody who be your king and the rest of you are his slave. That's what a monarchist is. How long is it going to take us? Fascism is on course. APC is on course. All the arms of government are taken. All the arms of government. They own and control the press. That's why I keep urging you, don't listen and regurgitate or repeat what their people, the ruiners, are saying. Ignore their press. Create your own news. Create your own story. Create your own objective of what you want people to hear. They own and control the press, the corrupt and compromised press. They largely control the civil society. And that is where I attack Edo people. A lot of Edo people pops out under the APC banner of civil society, championing APC cause. Right now, they are not dealing with Edo people, a little bit, maybe in Abonigema or in Auchi, but not so much as they are dealing with the people in Benue, Plateau, and the Middle Belt. But the Edo people are cooperative with them. So that's all over the place. They are on the ground.
Please round up, sir. 1 minute, sir.
Yes, sir. You have 1 minute left. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. They own and control all the religion element, from all the major church to everything. The very kind of climate conducive for control and dominance, they have it. But where I want to conclude with my 30 seconds left is this. This thing we are facing is a liberation struggle. I don't know how to explain the word liberation. The fight for freedom, just like the ANC took on a liberation struggle against apartheid. This is not politics as usual. This is danger. This is our origin being diminished, our land being taken, our people being pied. This is a liberation struggle. The Nigerian state has been captured by a most rapacious class of evil men. We have to wake up our consciousness and see it for what it is. Speak less Oyibo. Focus. Ignore this politics we keep shouting. This is not politics. Find a formidable opposition to kick these criminals out. Well, Mr. Evans, thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to say my mind. But our story is sad and we have to change it. Let us start with the fact that all those who agree with us, let's start having a collection of people who think we can't continue like this. Thank you.
Thank you, Ogafera. Thank you. I wish everybody would listen to what you are trying to say. Sir Louis, you are the last on the panel. Please talk to us, sir. It's good to have you on the show. Good evening to you.
Hello, good evening, everyone. I didn't see much of the updates, your presentation. I think I'll just, continue from most of the submissions I've listened to. We've talked about politics for a very long time. I mean, we've talked about what we happened in 2027 and where we are today. But, I think a few days ago, I actually said Nigerians are not good at focusing on the cause of a problem. We are not good at it. We don't want to, and I've come to really understand Nigerians to be that, kind of people. We don't like to go into what caused this and how can we prevent this current problem from, becoming something bigger that will be far beyond our control. No, and when you try to bring it up, they shut you down. We try to just play along that all is well. I think it's part of the Nigerian system. And, we talked about how, when Britain stopped Nigeria from going to UK visa free, the Marudiko case with General Buhari. Of course, Nigeria wasn't perfect then. I think Nigeria started getting it wrong before then. Because unfortunately, most of the previous military leaders we had didn't mean well for the country. Because if we had people that actually love the country, probably we will not be where we are today. So many countries, I now went to check. I found out that there were several countries that had visa free to the UK. And many of them, I think Jamaican home was stopped 2003. They said high numbers of asylum claims and illegal workers. Bolivia, 2005. Bosnia, 2010, Serbia, 2019, Trinidad and Tobago, 2023, Dominican, 2003, Barbados, 2023, of course, Nigeria, 1983, South Africa, 2009, Lesotho, 2008, and many other countries where they had their own reasons why they stopped them. But if we look at where we are right now in the world, since the 9/11, the world has changed. Because I was traveling far before then. 9/11 with the previous wars that happened with the invasion of Iraq and Afghanistan and, the wars in Libya, now in Syria and many other countries, the world has really changed. And also the high rate of poverty in Africa. Nigeria I remember when I was growing up in Nigeria back in the 80s, we had middle class system in Nigeria. Naira had value. As at 1987, I think it was 7 naira to $1. I think 1987 to 1989, 1990 thereabout. It was $7 to $7 naira to $1. So Naira had some value then. So imagine a civil servant working at that time. If you were to earn a salary like compared to what people were earning in 1999 or 2000, as at that time you'd be a big boy. And when we look at the current condition in Nigeria today, where a civil servant cannot even take care of himself, then you understand that the Naira has completely fallen, and with the height of inflation, more than 25%. So where does that really leave the average Nigerian man? So you see, with this poverty level, now there's no middle class system in Nigeria anymore. You now have the rich and the poor. So when you have this, of course, a medical doctor will want to go out. So you see a man coming out to say President Muhammadu Buhari was traveling to the UK before he became a president, that we do not have the kind of professionals in Nigeria than you have in the UK. But that man the thing about many Nigerians have come to know is that people were born to live a lie. So Nigerians, that's why I say if people were to properly place it where they belong, I can tell you that the most flooded place in Nigeria will be the psychiatric home. Because when you are telling a lie, you are lying. The person you are talking to know you are lying, and you are still lying. That is the heart of insanity. So I think that it's become part of us. So a man comes out to say, well, we don't have professionals anymore. But he forgets that even the hospital that Buhari was admitted before he passed, there are lots of Nigerians working there. I met so many Nigerians when I was working in the NHS back in days in London. So many Nigerians, surgeons, professionals. But we don't have them anymore in Nigeria. Many of them are as if, going out. How are the hospitals in Nigeria, the federal hospitals, how the government hospitals, how are they well taken care of? The teaching hospitals we have in Nigeria, do they have the equipment? Over the doctors, what is their salary? And a medical doctor today, looking at the state of the economy, the value of Naira, can the salary take a man who is married with 3 children? What's the fate of that man? What's the fate of a Nigerian police, a Nigerian army? Now, everybody, when you see that, people, of course, the Japan syndrome, people want to run out. They want to go to a better country to live a better life. And not just Nigeria, now you have people from many other African countries. And now, what is the problem today we have? What we have today in the UK, for example, is multiculturalism is part of one of the systems that they've preached back in the days. I remember when I was a young boy then, the time of John Major, I think it was John Major that Tony Blair took over from John Major. He became the Prime Minister of the UK then, I think. I think it was Margaret Thatcher that handed over to John Major then Tony Blair. They're talking about multiculturalism and every other thing. Now, looking at UK today, the UK people are getting sick and tired of it because multiculturalism of giving room to migrants to flood the system, it actually destroys the value of the people. Now, you now see the Arabs who are now claiming that some part of UK belongs to them just because they've dominated a particular area. And they now abuse the host, and they don't have value anymore. They don't have respect anymore to the English values and whatever. So what does that bring? It brings a sort of racism, neo-Nazi movement, like you see in Italy, in Germany, in Finland, in Norway. The whole of Europe, even Trump now is standing even in Canada right now. So the world is beginning to say, you know what, we don't want immigrants anymore. You know why? The height of poverty in many countries all over the world, millions upon millions of people, if not more than 1 billion, they want to run to better economy to live. But the more they come to this economy, these economies they do not have the much resources to take care of the immigrants coming in there. And don't forget that most of African people traveling, very few of them are professionals. Many of them, even though they've been trained, they went to uni, they are lazy. They just want to go to a place where they just enjoy benefits. They don't want to do anything. So now they become a extreme weight on those economies. So they don't want. So how are we looking at addressing this back home? We have millions of Nigerians living in the rural part of the country. Those living in the other urban area, microscopic compared to the Nigerians living in the vast lands which are rural part of the country. When you go to this place, there's no hospital presence, there's no police presence, there is nothing. And a country of more than 200 million people, a few years' time, maybe it'll be more than that. So how do we really address these issues? And with this, you see how within the Nigerians problem, you have, agitation from different people saying, well, maybe we want to have our country. Like this gentleman just said, talked about Lagos, talked about other. Of course, Lagos, there's always been a bone of contention when it comes to Lagos. Because Nigerians have been conditioned to live a lie. Many Nigerians. Why? That's why when you say the truth, if you are not careful, they will stone you. They don't like to hear it. Because people have created a lie and they want to maintain that lie because they've adopted this theory of when you say a lie over and over and over again, it becomes true. So they've adopted that. That's the reason why there's so much fuss about Lagos. Why? Of course, people know Lagos is a Yoruba land. Nobody will argue that. But historically, Lagos belongs to the Yorubas and the Benins. Nobody will also argue that. But there's now this ethnic, agitation of why should you say that? Nobody. It's like London. London was founded by the Romans. It was named Londinium, it was called. But the Romans are not dragging London today with the English people. No. But history is history. But no Englishman will come out to say, no, don't say that. No, it doesn't make sense because the Roman people are not saying, we want to take over London from you. No, it's just the history. The Igbo people are there doing business. If you do not want the Igbos to remain in Lagos, then they should open the market, develop seaport in the east. Let them send their goods from the east. Then they will not be flooding Lagos anymore. But this system where everything seems to come from Lagos, of course, people will go over there. But like this gentleman said, you actually said the truth. Many Edo people today don't think straight. And I'm just be honest. And not just the Edo people now, over the South governors, what are they doing? The governor of Delta State, are they making the move, liaising with the senators of Delta State to say, you know what, we must have our seaport. What about Cross River? You look at this place, there's so much, this place touched the sea. They have the vast land. They have every seaport planned already within those regions. If you have it from there, then you will not be having much weight on Lagos. In Lagos, rather. Then most of the Igbos who are flooding Lagos will go to those parts. At least they can clear their goods from there. So this system, Nigeria is fraud. If we really want to look at Nigeria as a system, how can we really reorganize a country that has been built on fraud? That is a big problem. That's why Obi seems to be a problem to many of them. Because all these things is exactly what Obi said. How can you have one functioning seaport in Apapa when there can be more functioning seaport in Nigeria? Remember he said that. So these are the reason why today Obi becoming a president is a huge fight, because many of these power cabals do not want that system to change. But you don't want the system to change. But you don't want people. You are beginning to bring primitive tribalism. You don't want people to come to the Lagos. Then the people who are coming there, they are coming for economic reasons. They clear their goods from there. They clear their containers from there. They do many things from there. If you have different seaport, if the one who Gelegele seaport is working, Warri seaport is working, Cross River seaport is working, Port Harcourt seaport is working. If all these seaports are professionally working, who will come to it? And if you have international airport in different regions, then they will not. In fact, that will reduce the accident you have on the way, because many people have to travel from Lagos after they've landed. They have to go. Some of those who go through Boko Haram, go through kidnapping, go through criminals on the highway. People now will also take. Some people don't travel by land anymore. They have to, like myself now, have to buy a local flight from Lagos to fly to Benin. So all these things, if you have international airport in that part, all this stress will not be there. So if you look at it, how are we going to reorganize Nigeria? That is something I think about. The country is it's been built on fraud for a very long time. And these people are doing everything to maintain the fraudulent system they've built for themselves. How do we reorganize it? You have some people, they don't want the creation of regions anymore, because they also want a situation where every power concentrates in Aso Rock. So if they happen to be in Aso Rock, they control the resources of the country. Jonathan said one thing, even though he also made a fool of himself when he was a president. Even though I like him, but he made a fool of himself, because I said, if you make me Nigerian president today, I will not fight for a re-election. That 4 years I will be in office, Mr. Hefis. Just that 4 years. What I will do? Because what kills many of them is re-election. They want to use the first 4 years to try to please everybody, so they will get re-elected. Then when they get re-elected again, they begin to try to also pacify or try to settle those that are also invested into the system. That's the continuous fraud. If it was just 4 years.
Thank you, sir. Round up.
Okay, just 3 seconds. A few seconds. It was just that 4 years. That 4 years to me is enough to actually sanitize this fraudulent system today we call Nigeria. I don't think the 8 years is too much. I'll pause for now. I'll come back. Thank you.
All right. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much. We're already here now 4 hours. So we're going to have our final submission just to 2 minutes so that we round up. Let me go back to Black Panther. Black Panther, if you are there, your 2 minutes starts now, sir.
Thank you, Najao. Can you hear me clearly now?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much. You see, Sir Louis, Oga Ferreira, God bless you guys. You see, there was a question Oga Louis wanted to ask. Can't we? No, Oga Ferreira. Oga Louis, sorry. Can't we all just agree on one thing, focus on it, and change it? The answer is no, we can't. And an example was right yesterday. It's a conglomerate of Nigerians that were here yesterday, when we're talking about the system of government we should have. Instead of us to move out of this dangerous thing that we are looking at, they all were saying we should be static because of personal aggrandizement. That was what was going on. Because of corruption, that was what was going on. Look, a lot of Nigerians, both in Nigeria, both in diaspora, are corrupted in one way or the other. That is why their mindset, their sense of reasoning, critical understanding of a fundamental fact being brought forward, they cannot longer articulate it anymore. What were we saying yesterday? Was it something dangerous? No. Was it something that can work? Yes. But why are we rebuking it?
They now said because it came from one particular person, professor, that is why they are rebuking it. You see, I come to learn. Somebody was saying, "Oh, you can just go on internet. We are in the era of going on internet, and we'll find something. We'll find solution." You see, we begin to reason like people that come from the jungle. Sorry to say that. It is not everything that is on the internet that you and I can bring to put together to make a way forward. There are some things critical that we need professionals who have been trained in this job to do, and they are not even autocratic. They put it on the table for you and I to have a referendum on it. Has it happened before? Yes. The Midwest, how was it created? Something was brought to the table. The Midwest voted that they are going on their own. They have in their own regions. Simple as ABC. I don't know where we get it all wrong. Mr. Lewis, I am very sorry. We cannot come together and make a way forward. Two, you see the problem we have in Nigeria. If we can break to have federation, that unit that we spoke about yesterday, the Nigerian nation will be upright. The Nigerian nation will be proud of itself. Every one of us will not spend years outside, but will go back to our country to be among the living that will build it up, to hand over it to another generation. But we can, you all should explain what we said yesterday. Put it to your table and look at it. We were arguing here, forcing ourselves to believe in something that you and I know. If we start move out of this federal system of government that we borrowed, move out of it, let's do something that we've done before, but in a different way, because all of us are going to be part and parcel of it. People say no, because a professor of law, constitutional, he read the discipline in terms of constitutions. You say no, because you can lecture in university, because we can lecture, we all can lecture in the university. Where are we today? So my brothers, sisters, Sir Louis, Oga Ferreira, you guys have spoken it, but this thing, what, so 10 seconds, what you have spoken, you need like minds like us to sit down and analyze. We don't need everybody. We need like minds to sit down and analyze it. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. All right, let me come to Niger, please. Your 2 minutes, sir, if you're still there. Okay, Niger is not there anymore. Let me call Mr. Odoa, 2 minutes, sir. So Odoa don't sleep. Okay, let me come to Mr. Alabo, your 2 minutes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Niger Wash.
Thank you, sir.
My own is that our diversity is an advantage for us. If we must discuss our constitution and the way forward, you cannot be putting it together without any of us, the millennium generation and the Gen Z generation represented in that place. You have failed us, our parents have failed us, and we cannot watch them to now begin to come and discuss our future based on their own political gains. It is us, the Nigeria youth, to rise up and decide the future of our country. For you who think you are a Yoruba man today, frustrating the Igbo, thinking the Igbo are your problem. I am not from Igbo. I am an Ijaw man. But if we must have a united Nigeria that will benefit every one of us, let us respect everyone's diversity. Like I said earlier, Port Harcourt has a seaport. It was a Yoruba man that shut it down because he wanted Lagos to be the center of attraction to everyone. Just imagine Innocent. Everything Innocent is importing to do his car come from Lagos. He has to land in Lagos. So how do you want him to do? Innocent have to have a house in Lagos he can sleep, have a place he can base, if he remove those things, he should have a warehouse where he can keep it. So if you continue to demolish my warehouse, continue to destroy my house, how will I do my business? Are you going to do those importation, do those business? No. So everything you are doing today, you think you are attacking an Igbo people. You are attacking the Nigeria economy. It's affecting the common man. If they fail to import those things into the country, there will be scarcity. And there will be, when there is scarcity of food and all this kind of thing, it's a crisis in the nation. So we must think about the country first and stop this tribalistic behavior of us still living in the age of 1950 something. We should stop. We should think of moving forward. Let us put Nigeria first before you looking at this is where I'm from, this is where I'm doing this. Today, I'm from River State. My oil is surviving the country, but I don't know what the gold in Zamfara is being used for. If I'm having any allocation, any share of the gold coming to River State. That is the problem we're talking about. So we must be fair to every region. We must be fair to everyone. That is the only way we can accept to say we are Nigerians and we are united. But when you continue to marginalize others, continue to oppress others, coming with your own agenda, different agenda to destroy the nation, taking people land by force, it is not possible that you can come now from where I am from as an Ijoman in the river. You will not come with your cow to say you will kill every one of us, remove us, and take our ancestral land. It is not possible now. That is what the Middle Belt are suffering today. It's happening in Edo State. It's happening in Enugu State. It's happening in Cross River. You think it will not reach to you? So we must stand up and say no to all this kind of thing. Thank you, Mr. Najawaj. And God bless every one of us.
All right. Thank you, sir. Mr. Lambo, I appreciate you, sir. Okay, let me come to Oga Ferreira. Thank you, sir. Please, 2 minutes.
Yeah,
Let's run.
thank you. Thank you very much. Let me take it right from the last speaker. We must stand up. Let me repeat. We must stand up. What are we standing up to? First of all, we have to build our numbers of those of us that agree that Nigeria has a problem and it cannot continue like this and it needs a change. It's different. I put 3 things together. I shouldn't do that. Let's just make it just one thing. Those of us who agree that Nigeria cannot go on like this. It's not all of us. Even there's people on this panel that they think Nigeria is okay. You know, their party is in charge, their person is in charge, we're doing fine. But we need to separate ourselves from that. So that means we need data, DATA. That's an acronym that I came up with. It means document, act, talk, action. We need data. We don't have data right now. Right now, we don't know what is the exact number of the people that believes in Obi as our savior. I'm not using the word likely. Maybe I shouldn't use savior. That creates another controversy. Obedience. And what is the exact number now? How many do we have on paper? How many are willing to contribute? What is the number of those who are revolutionary in mind? The Showore crew or whatever you want to call them. How many are those who are undecided? And then we compare numbers to how many are the APC or the people deceiving people or the Agbero People's Party. We need numbers. You don't go into a battle without the right instrument. Our instrument is numbers, critical number. So when we have a critical number, then we can now confront the enemy. Appealing to them by talking alone will not solve this Nigerian problem. We have to confront them, and you can only confront them with numbers. And you can only have numbers if you are organized, if you plan, and you take action. That is why I started with that man's statement. We have to stand up to our bullies, because those people are nothing but bullies. They've been bullying us since we got independence in 1960. They entrenched themselves in July 1966, and they are still bullying us. And nobody has held them to account.
All right, thank
Impunity.
you. Thank you, sir. Oga Ferrara. I appreciate you and I appreciate your time with us today. I guess the last person is Alois. Alois, your 2 minutes. Quickly, let me round up.
Yes, thank you. I think we have to first of all put ourselves together. We have to organize ourselves to know. So the disunity and we fighting ourselves is what gives them strength. The day we put ourselves together as a Nigerian people, we organize ourselves as one with mutual respect, that day they become powerless, because they enjoy the fact that we don't have a focus. There's no triangle of direction, because everybody else, for example, look at it. Most of this, if you are a German, you move, you happen to migrate to another state, for example, you live there. Now, what gives these cabals the power is when you start constituting yourself to want to impose yourself to say that part of that place belongs to yours because you lived there for some years. See, all this kind of little disagreement is what really gives them strength. A country, nobody works together. Nobody works together. There's disunity. People must learn to respect the host community, respect your host country. And if you are living in Lagos, we understand that at the moment Lagos has become so bad. And I said it before. Why the tribalism in Lagos is increases after the last election. They saw the way the Igbos in Lagos came out mass to vote. And Governor Sanwo-Olu actually lost that election according to what many said. But imagine if that young man won the election, that young man became the governor of Lagos. That would have changed the politics of Lagos completely. So that fear is still what is gripping them till today. So they do not want that anymore. So what they are doing, the strategy is to try to bring that of other ethnic groups. And now what they do, they are actually importing more of the Southwesterners from other states to populate areas of Lagos. I have been hearing stuff and see what is happening. So that is just what the problem is. So Nigeria is still rooted in extreme primitive tribalism with lots of ethnic agitations, which in a way can never make us have a great country until this nonsense stop. Thank you.
All right. I appreciate every one of you. We've come to the end of this broadcast. 4 hours is enough for today, so that we'll go have some rest or face other stuff. And God bless every one of you that's putting your energy out there to see how Nigeria can be a better place for us in our time.
Nigeria, what make I ask you one question? I beg, sir. I know say you
don't be this time now. One round of quick.
I know. Say
okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
I would just want to know. Your governor, they receive a local government allocation.
I don't know. I know they there. I know they the government. I know you know what they worried there for that side. I'm not interested. I don't know.
Okay, but just try find out, because why are they asked? Since the local government chairman, they don't come back for Edo State after he removed them.
Okay, I'll find out. I will not pay interest to these things at all. I'll find out. Thank you, sir. I appreciate every one of you that came into the panel. Thank you, Black Panther, Tunaja, Mr. Odowa, Mr. Alabo, Oga Ferreira, Sir Louis, Madam Rita, Madam Patricia. God bless you all. Thank you so much. Those of you that called him, Madam Deborah, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Tony Africa and many others. And those of you that supported the channel today, Oga Senegel Mede, my brother Adelaja Gombeyi, Madam Peggy Modi, and my brother Olumide. Thank you. God bless you. My people on the comment section, Mother for Mommy Diaspora. Thank you very much, Mommy. I appreciate you always, and I love you so much. Thank you, my brother Abu Azi. God bless you for me. Thank you very much, Madam Peggy Modi. I appreciate you. Madam Ame Bright. Thank you. Modia's Academy, Madam Stella Maseredo in the building. Thank you, Best Manx, Irene TV, and many others right there. Blessed Lady, I can see you as well. God will bless you, my people. We've come to the end of this broadcast. Allow me to end the show right now. I'll see you guys again tomorrow by God's grace. Fingers crossed. 7 p.m. Nigerian time. Look out for our pre-recorded video so that you don't miss out that much. Take care, guys, and bye for now.
That's right. There's power here tonight.